Merry meet and welcome to Lex Dragon Queen Magic. I'm Taylor and today is our Divine Masculine Collective reading. So whether you're here to balance out your own energies between the two or you're here to check into each twin flame connection, there definitely is a message for you here today. With that, let's go ahead and get started. And so for today, we are having Ra come out with I Am on Fire. You may want to screenshot to further embody and engage with the energy. But really what we're seeing here is that there is this need to follow your impulse, to find the passion within your soul again, understanding exactly how far you want to go and why you want to go in that direction, and to ignite yourself in this passion, to find that kindling that you need if you have been feeling impassive, if you have not really been taking the steps to move forward. This is your calling right now that you are meant to get going for yourself. You are a self-starter. You are able to take the initiative that you need to. So understanding exactly what calls out for your passion, what makes your heart feel on fire is going to be so important for you during this week, because then it is now time to act on those passions. And then the tarot that we have coming out today, we do have the Jack of Clubs. So this is a combination of the Page or the Knight coming out. And so again, very same energy saying figure out what you want to do, how your passion connects with that, and go do it. You are moving fast towards the manifestations that you're putting out into the world, especially because as the recording of this, there is the new moon happening. So what intentions are you setting out? What goals are you setting for yourself that make your heart feel more passionate, that makes you feel more in love with life and alive? Because it is time for you to take action, to take those steps that you need to be taking in order to wake yourself up from the stupor that you have allowed yourself to be within. So you are coming out of this shell. There has been a lot of time for reflection, and now it is time to come out and birth a new reality for yourself and be as creative as possible if you need to. Okay, so we do have the Three of Swords as well coming out. So letting you know that you have been in this moment of grief. Again, you have been in those moments of reflection, but it is time to let go of that grief, to move through these moments and come into acceptance around what you have suffered and what you have gone through. To understand too, I'm hearing that whatever you are working on, what you went through, that grief that you were challenged with, is a part of this new light that you are needing to bring forth within yourself. So yes, if your heart has been hurting and bleeding, it's time to cauterize those wounds so that you can move forward and understand that those scars that you have were meant to teach you certain lessons so that you can better follow this passion moving forward. And then we do have Healing with the Angels, and we do have Trust coming out. So this is twofold. I'm hearing it's important for you to trust yourself, trust your dreams, but also to trust into the universe that they're going to be supporting you as you move forward. Trust that this is all happening for a purpose, that the messages that you're receiving, the passions that you're wanting. So if you're looking at a brand new career start and you're unsure of that path because it's completely different from what your skills and experience has taken you from, well, it's time for you to trust in the fact that what you are feeling and what you are wanting to do is right and okay, and to understand that perhaps all those skills that you learned, they will show themselves and manifest themselves in different ways along this new career path. So simply trust in this new beginning. Okay. And then we do have miracles. So again, trusting in the universe, understanding that the miracles happen everywhere around you, and that it can be something so small as having enough funds in your account to treat yourself to something nice, or it could be something so big as winning the lottery. And the main point coming here, though, is to, again, trust the fact that your angels are supporting you, that you are moving exactly in the direction that you are meant to be moving in. So as scary as it seems to be right now, that is why this fiery energy is so important right now, because it's time for you to put aside your fears and anxieties and step further into the light, into that passion that is pulling you forward. And so it may seem impossible, but instead look at it as being a miracle. And then we do have an affirmation to support our hearts in becoming feather light. And we have I relate in peace. And so this is a very beautiful card coming forward right now, because this is so important, because you are releasing those energies that have been more negative and have weighed you down. And so instead, if you have been a judgmental soul, instead it is time to take a step back from those moments and understand and have more empathy for others and yourself. So right now, whatever it means to you to have peace, if you need to write down about 10 things that bring you peace and start doing those more often, then that's going to be so important for you. Because again, if you are unsure about the steps that you need to take forward, as long as you are following in these peaceful steps, you are going to find exactly what makes you happy, exactly what brings your heart to life again, and to the point where you are able to hear its beating, much like the hooves of a horse is coming through. So definitely take that metaphor however you need to. But there is this very big passion that is asking you to trust in this moment and to move forward, even if it seems like the world is against you. Instead, become peaceful with yourself, become peaceful with the moments. The other thing too is to lay to rest the grief that you have held on to. It is time to release yourself from those emotions that have been hurting you, and instead to work into this moment of peace. And then we do have some psychic cards, but both of them ended up being self-care. So first we do have body self-care. So take care of your body, resting, eating well, emotionally cared for. So kind of just goes along with that sense of finding peace for yourself, understanding exactly what it means to take care of yourself. So if you have been feeling down, if you have not been sleeping well, then it's going to be time for you to take moments for yourself to where you really take a step back and understand what it means for you to feel better. There is always certain things that we think make us feel better, like eating that pint of ice cream, and sometimes that works. But if you are overeating, then that is when you need to take a step back and say, you know what, let me just have a very nutritious meal in this moment. Or maybe you have been oversleeping, and so then there is a time to maybe get out and take a walk into nature, versus if you haven't been sleeping at all, allow yourself to take that nap, allow yourself to rest peacefully for once. So really just understanding exactly what your body is asking from you, maybe meditating to pull in that energy and receive a little bit more guidance and trust again within the energy that is around you and within you. Then we also have a mind self-care. And so for today we have a symbol library. So this is assigning meaning to symbols that you come across rather than looking them up and having someone else dictate what those mean to you. So you'll want to catalog your own symbols and what they mean. And then you can do some research, of course, if you want to tap into that energy, but ultimately it's important for you to decide, like, for example, you may come across like many different flowers. You may a lot of people will say the red rose means love and passion, but for you, maybe it means something more similar to like commitment, or maybe whenever you see a red rose, it tells you that you're on the right path. And so instead, take those symbols for what they mean to you, write them down somewhere, and start a library of meanings for you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end it there. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for following your passions and for understanding that you are worth your time. You are worth this new start, and for letting go all of those old wounds, letting go of those scars that have only told you how you are less than, because you are more than enough and you are whole. With that, I will definitely see you guys next time. Blessed be.